Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the MJ Innocent podcast. I'm your host, Moonwalker Tanya. Alright, so in this episode, we're going to talk about something that my friend Shatara and I discussed a few years ago, and I thought this would make a really good thought experiment. So there was a time when Michael was bitten by a poisonous spider. There were different rumors going around that some said it was not a poisonous spider and then others said it was. So I think it was confirmed that it actually was a poisonous spider. And I heard that if Michael didn't make it to the hospital in time, he would have had to have that leg removed, which was his right leg. And that's obviously the leg he kicks with, so that would have been bad if he had to have that leg removed. So the thought experiment is, do you think Michael still would have been a performer even if he had to have his leg removed? And the reason why I say that is because when Shatara and I were discussing it, she said, can you imagine how devastated Michael would have been if he was told that he could never dance again? And I said he would be beyond depressed. You know, because dancing and performing was his life. But I personally believe that he could still be a performer. He could still sing. And also, there was a time in 1993 where he twisted his ankle, but when he did a performance of Remember the Time, he was sitting in a chair while his backup dancers were dancing. Now, he was still dancing in the chair, but obviously he couldn't stand and dance. There were a couple of times when he stood up during the performance, and I was thinking in my head, no. Sit down, don't make it worse. But, yeah, and I could tell that obviously Michael wasn't pleased with the fact that he couldn't stand and dance, which is obvious because, you know, he was constantly practicing his dancing and, you know, he was a perfectionist. So obviously he wouldn't be pleased with that performance. But while he's dancing in the chair, the crowd is going, go Michael, go Michael, go Michael, go Michael. And I do believe that it helped cheer him up. You know, he was like, I might not be able to dance the way I normally do, but my fans still love it anyway. So, if he lost his leg, which thankfully he didn't, I think he would have been depressed, but I think, you know, he knew that we would support him no matter what. Like, I could still see him, like, coming on stage, like, in a wheelchair, and he's still singing. He can do the kind of dances that he can possibly do. You know, he'll just have to kick with the left leg instead of the right leg. And who knows? I mean, since Michael was a dancing genius, I mean, it actually wouldn't surprise me if he actually learned to try to do some dance moves while using crutches. Like, it really would not surprise me. So I thought this would be an interesting discussion. So let me know what you think. Do you think if Michael lost his leg, do you think he still would have been a performer? Do you think he could learn how to dance with crutches? Do you think that you know, I still believe that he would still have sold out concerts and his albums would still do well. You know, it would be a little bit of an obstacle for him if the worst case scenario happened, but, you know, he was still very loved and supported. Okay, so let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in the comments.